Hidden 13,000 feet up on a frozen volcanic peak sits an anomaly that shouldn't exist. It's a massive boat-shaped structure preserved in ice for thousands of years. Is it just a rock formation? Or are we looking at the literal remains of Noah's Ark? Today, we analyze the satellite scans and the forbidden expeditions of Mount Ararat. The search for the Ark isn't just about faith. It's a forensic hunt for a global cataclysm that changed the world. For centuries, locals in eastern Turkey have whispered about a great ship stuck in the ice of the Mountain of Pain. Most dismissed it as a myth until the age of aviation began. In 1949, a secret U.S. intelligence mission flew over Mount Ararat and captured what is known as the Ararat anomaly. Photos were classified for decades. When the images were finally released, they showed a massive, linear structure partially buried in a glacial ice cap. Its dimensions were eerily similar to the measurements described in ancient texts. According to the texts, the Ark was 300 cubits long, roughly 450 feet. The anomaly on the mountain measures almost exactly that length. But Mount Ararat is a military no-fly zone and a graveyard for explorers. The terrain is so treacherous that even modern technology struggles to reach the summit. Let's look at the declassified site. A few miles away from the main peak, it's a boat-shaped formation that looks like a petrified hull emerging from the earth. Forensic ground-penetrating radar scans of the declassified site revealed something shocking. They found a regular pattern of iron signatures suggesting metal fittings or rivets inside the formation. Critics say it's just a natural mudflow around a limestone block. But how do you explain the dropper stone's massive stone anchors found nearby with holes carved through them? These anchor stones are identical to those used by ancient Mediterranean sailors, but these were found hundreds of miles from the nearest ocean. In 2010, a team of Chinese and Turkish explorers claimed they found wooden compartments 13,000 feet up on the mountain. They even provided carbon dating results for the wood. The wood was dated to be 4,800 years old. This matches the estimated timeline of the Great Flood found in Sumerian, Babylonian, and Hebrew records. Skeptics claimed the wood was planted there as a hoax. But hauling tons of ancient wood up a 13,000-foot glacier without being spotted by military radar seems nearly impossible. If it is wood, how did it survive for 5 millennia? The answer lies in the deep freeze. The ice cap of Ararat acts like a natural time capsule. Let's pivot to the forensic evidence of a global flood. Geologists have found marine fossils on the tops of the highest mountain ranges in the world, including the Himalayas. This suggests that at some point in our planet's history, the sea levels didn't just rise, the entire crust of the Earth was likely underwater. The Epic of Gilgamesh, the oldest story ever written, describes a man named Utnapishtim, who built a giant boat to survive a divinely sent flood. This means the Ark story is a universal memory shared by cultures that never met. It's a global forensic clue left by our ancestors. But why Ararat? The mountain is a volcano. If the Ark landed there, it would have been buried under layers of volcanic ash and ice, making it the perfect hiding spot. There are reports of Russian pilots in World War I seeing the ribs of a giant ship during a summer melt. They claimed the structure was large enough to house thousands of animals. When the Tsar heard the news, he allegedly sent an expedition that found the ship and took photos. But those records vanished during the Russian Revolution. Today, satellite imagery from companies like Digital Globe shows a rectangular object poking through the ice when the temperature rises. CIA keyhole satellites have tracked this anomaly for decades. Some whistleblowers claim the US government already knows what's up there, but keeps it a secret to prevent a global religious crisis. Imagine the impact. Finding the Ark would prove that ancient myths are actually eyewitness accounts of a global disaster. Let's analyze the engineering. Could a wooden boat really survive the stresses of a global flood? Modern naval architects have built scale models of the Ark based on the 300-cubit specs. The results were surprising. The Ark's proportions make it almost impossible to capsize. It was designed for stability, not for speed, exactly what you'd need to survive a world-ending storm. If the Ark is real, where are the animals? Some theories suggest it wasn't just a physical boat, but a DNA vault or a seed bank designed to restart life. Or perhaps the Ark we see on Ararat is just one of many. Ancient records in India and China also mention salvation vessels that landed on their highest peaks. The mystery of the Ark is tied to the mystery of the lost civilization that existed before the flood. If they could build a ship this big, what else were they capable of? We see evidence of advanced masonry at sites like Göbekli Tepe, which is located in the same region as Mount Ararat. Göbekli Tepe was built shortly after the Ice Age end. At the same time, many flood myths originate. Is it a coincidence or a connection? The Ararat anomaly remains the most frustrating clue in history. It's visible from space, but unreachable on the ground due to political and environmental barriers. Every few years, a new expedition claims to have found it, only for the evidence to be buried in controversy or lost in transition. But the forensic data, the iron rivets, the Droper stones, and the satellite object keeps the case open. If the ice continues to melt due to climate change, the mountain might finally reveal the truth. We could be the generation that finally walks the decks of the Ark. Until then, Noah's Ark is a ghost on the mountain, a massive reminder that history is much more fluid than we were taught in school. What would it mean for our understanding of science if a 450-foot wooden ship is confirmed to be sitting at 13,000 feet? It would mean that the Great Reset wasn't a conspiracy theory, but a biological reality that our ancestors barely survived. The Ark is the ultimate forgotten clue. It's a bridge between the world that was and the world we live in today. We continue to monitor declassified military logs, and new high-res satellite passes over the Ararat region. The mountain is silent for now, but the ice is moving. The truth is slowly sliding down the slope. If you want to see the actual satellite coordinates and more forbidden archaeology, hit that like button. Subscribe and join our hunt for the truth. Thank you for watching. Do you think the Ark is a physical ship, or is the boat on the mountain? Your theories drive our next investigation, only here on Forgotten Clues.